Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome here into Girard High School as we are just underway here immediately. I'm DK Cotto here on your Sports Network. We have the Poland Bulldogs and the Girard Indians doing battle here in the NE8. As you see the Bulldogs here swinging around the perimeter. It's in the hands of Jacob Hayes. This one's put up and missed. Rebound will go to Nick Rafferty of the Indians. It's now in the hands of freshman A.J. Pearson. Dominic Talone now. Back to Rafferty. As you see, Girard reset the offense coming to the game. Poland is 8-4, 5-1 in conference play. Their last game, they beat Struthers on the 17th last Friday. Both teams have had a week off. As you see the Indians swinging around. And the first points of the game go to the Indians. And it's 2-0 Girard. Couple minutes early start here. We're supposed to start at 7, but we got underway here about 6:58, but that's all right. As you see, Oliver McCauley drive in, missed. Rebound goes to Tulane. They'll pass it over to Rafferty. Back to Pearson. And the Bulldogs are on a 3-game winning streak after their win against Struthers, 49-42. Girard comes into the game, 7-6, 3-3 in conference play. Both of these teams are at the top of the NE8. Poland's in second and Girard's in third. As you see the Indians swinging around. Girard lost their last game to the Niles McKinley Red Dragons, the 46-42 last Friday as well. They were on a 4-game win streak before the loss to the Dragons. As you see, this ball goes out of bounds, and it's going to go to the Bulldogs. The last time these two teams played was on December 17th. Poland won 59-56. Carmine Tucolo led the Dogs with 19 points. Jacob Hayes had 14 of his own, and Brady Kendall had 12. Don Phillips at 21 for the Indians. In the loss, Nick Rafferty had 16, and Cam Henrik had 11. Bounce pass inside. It's going to stay inside. Still 2-0 Indians the Indians. As you see Daly here. He passes it off to Carmine Tucolo, who had that big game in the other game. This shot's put up. 3, bam! And it's 3-2 Bulldogs. And last season, Poland won both of these games. This shot's put up. And another 3. Cam Henrik knocks down the 3, and it's 5-3 Indians. As the teams have traded threes now. Poland won both games last year. In Girard, 39-23, and in Poland, 47-26. As you see the Bulldogs swinging around the perimeter. It's in the hands of Tucolo. Drive put in, and he's fouled as Jacob Hayes, the 6'3 senior forward. And he will go to the stripe. Talone, his first foul. And then last season, Girard went 2-21, 2-12 in conference, so obviously off to a better start. 7-6 this year in top of the NE8. First foul shot here is missed by Hayes. And Poland wins 16-8, 11-1 in NE8 play last year. So this is the second matchup between these two teams. And both shots were missed by Hayes. And here comes the Indians up the floor. Bounce pass now to Pearson. He'll give it over to Cam Henrik, the junior, stands 6 foot tall. He looks to drive in. To the basket he goes with the left hand. Too much power. Rebound went to Michael Daly, and here comes the Bulldogs now. Carmine Tucolo. He'll pass it over. Back over to Tucolo to the wing. 4:54 to play here in the quarter. Tucolo from the elbow, but he passes away. And this is in the hands of just Stefanskin, who's a 6'2 senior wing. As the Bulldogs swinging around, trying to get through this Girard defense, 5-3, as the Indians lead it. Tucolo drives in, gets to the fall, and we are tied at 5. 4.5 to play. Pearson to Talone. Now it's in the hands of Pearson. He sets out the offense. He gives it over to Henrik, who swings around. Bounce pass inside to Dominic Phillips, who's a senior, who's a 6-foot guard. Phillips puts it up off the backboard. Can't get the fall, and he'll get his own rebound, but we have a whistle. And it looks like it's going to be on the Bulldogs. Carmine Tucolo's first foul, and that's the first foul for the Bulldogs, and the Indians have one as well. Alan Hess Cardona comes in now for the Indians. He's a junior, staying 6'2". Bounce pass inside. It's stolen by McCauley, and here comes the Bulldogs. Good defense here on the inbound pass by Poland. 3:55 to play. Over to the corner. He gave it to Stefanskian. Back to Tucolo. Tucolo goes back towards the logo, resets the offense. Daly tried to set a pick. Excuse me, it was McCauley who tried to set the pick. Now it's over to Hayes. In the left corner. And the ball stolen by Henrik and the Indians. Here comes Phillips. One-on-one. He drives to the bucket, puts it up. He's fouled as he goes to the bucket hard. And it looks like we should have some foul shots coming for Dominic Phillips. Just Stefanskian on the foul. And it's actually, they're going to call on the floor, so it'll be an inbound pass. Phillips inbounds the basketball. He gets it to Rafferty. Rafferty takes his time, passes back to Phillips. Phillips now drives in, loses the basketball, stolen by the Bulldogs. And here comes Tucolo. Nice ball movement by the Bulldogs, and it's laid up and in by Oliver McCauley, and it's 7-5 Poland. Beautiful ball movement by the Bulldogs. Phillips, three, top of the key, banks it. No, did he bank it in? I don't know why I said bank. But he drains it in, 8-7, and the Indians retake the lead on the triple by Dominic Phillips, who swished it home. Three up for the Bulldogs, missed. That was Nick Natoli, who's in the ball game now for Poland. We have a whistle that is going to be on Stefanskian, his second. Stefanskian is Stefansin. 6'2", senior wing. So the Indians will inbound it. It'll be A.J. Pearson. 2:43 to play here in the quarter. And he gives it to Rafferty. And the Bulldogs are going to go full court press, but the Indians do a beautiful job getting through it. Rafferty up by the logo now. He looks to go in. Puts up a three off the side of the rim, and the rebound goes to McCauley and the Bulldogs. Here comes Tucolo. He'll pass it out to Hayes, who swings it over. This one's up and in off the glass as Brady Kendall gets his first 2 points, and it's back to a Bulldogs lead. Kendall is a 6-foot junior. Rafferty brings it up. He'll pass it back to Phillips. A strong bound pass across the floor back to Rafferty. And that was close to a over and back, but right back to Phillips. Back to Rafferty. Less than 2 minutes to play in this battle in the NE8. Phillips drives in, lays it up. Oh, he can't get the friendly roll, and the rebound goes to McCauley and the Bulldogs. He'll pass it over to Tucolo. 1:40 to play. Bulldogs lead by 1. Remember, the last game they played earlier this season, the Bulldogs won 59-56, only by 3, so it looks like we're going to have another close one here, this time in Trumbull County. Three put up by Tucolo. Bam! And it's 12-8 Bulldogs as Carmine Tucolo, the 5'9" guard, knocks down the triple. Here comes Rafferty up through the Poland defense. He gives it to Pearson. Pearson back to Rafferty. Over to Herrick. Drives in. Pass to Phillips. Phillips can't get it up, but he's rejected. Rebound goes to Herrick. Puts it up. He's fouled, and he will go to the stripe. Cam Herrick, the junior. Herrick to the line, and the foul was on Brady Kendall, his first and the fourth for the Bulldogs. And the first foul shot is nailed by Cam Herrick, the junior, who's a 6-foot guard. And it's now 12-9 Bulldogs as they lead the Indians. As always, a good battle here in the NE8 conference. And Herrick misses the second, but the rebound goes to Lone. But it's stolen back by the Bulldogs, and here comes Tucolo. He mishandles the basketball. He'll hand it off. Now swinging around. McCauley drives in reverse. Can't get it to fall, and the rebound will go to Tyler Wilson, the junior, who's now in the ball game for the Indians. 38 seconds to play here in the first quarter. And the Indians are going to hold the ball for a second. And now they reset the offense as Dominic Phillips feels the bottom of his shoes for some odd reason. 22 seconds to play. Phillips will pass it to Herrick. It looks like the Indians are going to try to play for the final shot. 12 seconds to play in the quarter. Cam Herrick. He'll give it back to Phillips now. 6 seconds to play. Phillips drives in. Puts it, ball's out of bounds. It's going to go back to the Girard. It went off of Wilson. And there's 1.2 to play in the quarter, so it looks like Poland will inbound and try to get the half-court heave. Nope, they won't even take the heave. So at the end of one here in Girard, it's the Bulldogs 12 and the Indians 9. And before I forget, the Bulldogs are led by Coach Eric Fender, and the Indians are led by Craig Hansen. So at the end of one, it's Bulldogs 12 and the Indians 9. You are watching. And welcome back here to Girard High School here in Trumbull County as we have the Indians of Girard and the Poland Bulldogs in an NEA battle. Bulldogs lead 12-9 as we start this second quarter. And the Indians will start with an inbound pass to A.J. here, Pearson. As he goes back and forth, he's by the logo. He's going to pass it to Talone, who goes back around the perimeter, inside now to Phillips. Another pass inside, put up and in. And Tyler Wilson knocks down the deuce off the glass. And it's a 1-point Bulldogs lead. Here comes Tuklo and the Bulldogs. He'll pass it to Nick Totola, who's in the game. Now to Kendall. Put up and in. And the Bulldogs have a 3-point lead. (14-11) now. Phillips, pass inside underneath the basket. Put up and muscled up, missed. Rebound goes to Wilson, and we finally have a whistle. They're going to call a jump ball, and the possession arrow favors Poland. Checking back in the game is Michael Daly, the 5'10" senior. If he was 5'12", he'd be 6 foot tall. I read grade 12, and my brain went all crazy. That's all right. We can all have some fun here. Here comes Tuklo and the Bulldog. He'll pass it to Daly. Swinging around now to the Bulldogs. Back to Tuklo. Put up a deep three. Off the side of the rim, and the ball will go out of bounds, and it'll go to the Indians. So 6:44 to play in the first half. It's a 3-point lead for the visiting Bulldogs. Phillips inbounds it. He gives it to Pearson, who brings it up. He goes to the left, back to Phillips. Phillips puts up a three from the wing. Off the side of the rim in the rebound. Goes out of bounds now after it was rebounded by the Bulldogs. It was rebounded by McCauley, but out of bounds and back to Girard. 6:27 to play here in the first half. Phillips inbounds it to Pearson. He'll pass it over to Rafferty. Rafferty looks to go inside. Back over to Pearson. Back to Rafferty. Inside now to Phillips. Phillips takes it out, crosses over to the corner. Three put up. Missed by Talone, and the rebound goes to Tuklo and the Bulldogs. He drives all the way up. Flank to the court. He can't get the layup to fall, and here comes back the Indians' way. Pearson puts it up. Can't get the fall. Rebound goes to Kendall, who passes it on over to McCauley. McCauley slows down the pace. To the corner now. To Anthony DeLuma, who's in the ball game. Anthony is a 6'2" junior. And we have a whistle. A.J. Pearson, the freshman, gets called for the infraction. And Oliver McCauley, a 6'3" senior forward, will take some foul shots. 5:39 to play in the quarter. McCauley's first foul shot is up. And he can't get the friendly bounce. It'll stay a 3-point Bulldogs lead. Jacob Hayes is due to check back in for the Bulldogs. Foul shot. Oh, he missed them both. And it stays with the Bulldogs on the rebound. Drive in. Oh, it's rejected by Hes Cardona, and this shot's put up and in. It's made by Del Lumo. And it's 16-11. A lot happened on that play, but here comes the Bulldogs, the Indians now as Pearson. They swing it back and forth. Pearson will go to his right. Reset the play, hand off to Phillips. He'll set the pick, does Pearson. Phillips now looks to go inside. He stays at the top of the key in the perimeter. He'll pass it over to Rafferty. Swinging around. Phillips at the right wing now. He looks to drive into the basket. And he gets it to go. And we have a timeout called by the Indians, which means we're going to take a timeout. You are watching your sports network. We got 4:52 to play until halftime. It's the Bulldogs 16. And we are back here at Girard High School here on YSNLive.com. I'm DK Kotzel as we have an NEA battle between the Bulldogs and the Indians here in Girard. As Pullen will go across the perimeter in the hands of Hayes. Hayes will pass it out to Tuklo, who puts up a deep three off the back of the rim, and the rebound will go to the Bulldogs. And we have a foul as Anthony Del Lumo tried to put the rebound back up. And it was the rebound after Brady Kendall's shot wouldn't go. And Anthony Del Lumo will get the foul shots, and that foul was on Alan Hescadona, the junior. And Del Lumo gets the first to fall. He's a 6'2" junior wing. And it's now 17-13 Girard. Again, if you're just joining us, these two teams played earlier in the season, and Del Lumo gets the second to fall. And the Bulldogs won back in Poland on December 17th, so a little bit over a month ago, 59-56. It's 18-13 Bulldogs in this one with 4:22 to play until halftime. Rafferty swings it around. Looks to drive in to the corner. Phillips, three. Off the rim. Rebound goes to Hes Cardona. And we have a whistle on the Indians, so it's going to come back the Bulldogs' way with 4:08 to play. Here comes Carmine Tukalo. 4 minutes to play now. Tukalo goes to his right. Pick is set by Hayes. Oh, ball's loose. It's saved by the Indians, but it's thrown right to Nick Totoli. Three put up. Bam! As Anthony Del Lumo gets the triple, and it's 21-13. It's a 6-point lead for the Bulldogs. Now the Indians will try to get back into it. Only down 6. Three put by Rafferty. He gets his own three to go. And it's 21-16. As it's a 5-point game. A minute ago I said 6. I cannot do math. I was told there was no math in this job. Anyway, swinging around, here comes the Bulldogs. Inside, ball's on the ground. Picked up by Toulon and the Indians. Oh, we have a whistle as A.J. Pearson hit the ground hard. That's going to be on Jacob Hayes, his first. The first on the Bulldogs in the quarter. But A.J. Pearson hit the hardwood hard. I'm pretty sure you heard the thunk on the mic because I heard it from where I'm at. Here comes Dominic Phillips now in the Indians. He does a little behind the back pass to A.J. Pearson. Back to Talone. And a swing around. Phillips goes in, picked up his dribble to the corner. Herrick drives it, loses the basketball. It's stolen by Del Lumo. And here comes the Bulldogs, laid up and in. Nick Natoli gets the deuce. 23-16, 2.5 to go. Three put up by Phillips. Off the left side of the rim, and the rebound goes to Hayes. And here comes Carmine Tukalo and the Bulldogs. Now in the hands of DeLumo, this one's put up, missed. Rebound goes to Pearson, as it did not hit the basket. Pearson brings it up. He'll pass it to Talone. Talone goes inside. Phillips, breaks the ankles. Rebound, put back up, missed. And now it goes back the Bulldogs' way as the rebound was secured by DeLumo. 1:52 to play. As the Indians had a perfect opportunity, but could not get that layup to fall. And here comes the Bulldogs, 23-16. Drive in. Tucolo can't get the fall, but the rebound's going to go to Hayes. He'll pass it back out. 3 put up. Off the back of the rim. Hayes gets the rebound. The 3 was put up by DeLumo. And now McCauley. And he's going to be a jump ball as the possession arrow faces Girard. So good defense there by the Indians, just knowing they needed to get a jump ball. And they got into a wrestle for the basketball, and it'll be back to the Indians. 23-16, 1:20 to play. Phillips brings it up. He'll slow down the pace of the game a little bit. He'll pass it to Henrik. Over to Talone. Back to Phillips. Phillips tried to go inside, but good defense there by Natoli. His shot's put up and missed by Talone. Rebound goes to Kendall. And here comes the Bulldogs now. Natoli has the basketball. Behind the back, but he can't handle it, but he tries to pass it, but he's going to get called for the walk. As Nick Natoli tried to get fancy, go behind the back, lost the basketball, and he picked up his pivot foot as he tried to save the dribble. So he gets called for the walk. We have 45.3 to go. And Phillips and the Indians will inbound, and here comes Pearson. Pearson will cross half court. He'll give it into Talone now. Out to Henrik, puts up a 3. He made it! And it's 23-19 now as Cam Henrik hits the triple. That was an off-balance shot, but he gets it to go. And it's a 4-point Bulldogs lead. Tucolo. Now Tucolo looks to drive in. He picked up his dribble. Across inside, put up. Missed, rebound, back up now, missed. 1 second to play, and that'll take us to halftime. As the Bulldogs lead 23-19 as we go back and forth here in Girard. It's the Bulldogs 23 and the Indians 19. You are watching YSNLive.com. We will go to halftime. We'll have some messages from our friends that help keep YSN on the air. So until the third quarter, I'm DK Kotzel. It's the Bulldogs 23 and the Indians 19 in this NEA conference battle. And welcome back into Girard High School. I'm DK Kotzel here on your sports network as we have the battle between the Poland Bulldogs and the Girard Indians here in the NE8. Both teams are atop of the conference standings. Poland's in second, Girard's tied for third as the Bulldogs start and to McCauley. Now to Tucolo. Back to Jacob Hayes. Now to Stefansson. This one's put up in the corner. Missed by Michael Daly. Rebound stays with the Bulldogs. This one's rejected. And Pearson and the Indians come back their way. Henrik to the corner now. To Rafferty. Rafferty from the wing. He thought about a 3, but now he slows down and resets the offense for Girard. Now he's going to hand off to Pearson. Pearson bounce pass inside to Phillips. Lays it up off the glass. What a beautiful pass to Phillips, and it's 23-21 as the first points of the third quarter in the second half go to the Indians. Swinging around as the Bulldogs stay towards the right corner. Tucolo. Bounce pass to Daly. Back out to Tucolo now. 6:57 to play in the quarter. Tucolo over to the corner. Drive in. Bounce pass low. Put up. And it's made by Stefansson as McCauley gets the assist. Herrick now swings it around. He gives it to Pearson. Back and forth now to Phillips. Back to Pearson. Pearson picked up his dribble. He'll give it to Rafferty now. Back to Pearson. Go the Indians. Pearson's trying to get inside. Out to Rafferty. Rafferty puts up a three. And he missed it. Out of bounds. And it's going to go back to Poland as no one touched it after Rafferty took the three-point attempt. Of course, if I didn't say it earlier, the Bulldogs are led by Coach Eric Fender, and the Indians are led by Craig Hansen, as we have a Bulldog player here. Oliver McCauley had to get his sneaker tied. 6:10 to play here in the quarter, and Tucolo brings it up. Nope. Passing it, McCauley. Gonna swing it around now in the hands to Stefanson. And we have a whistle on the Indians. Nick Rafferty, the senior gets called for the foul. That'll be the first foul for the Indians in the quarter and first overall. And that'll be Rafferty's first foul. The Indians have 4 timeouts and Poland has 5. Tucolo goes inside to Hayes. Hayes looks to drive in. He puts up, pass it back over now to McCauley. McCauley, 3. Can't get the fall. Dominic Phillips comes out of nowhere and grabs the rebound. Rafferty now. He slows it down, passes it to Pearson. Swinging around back to Pearson now for the Indians. Phillips, Pearson. Bulldogs doing a good job keeping the Indians out of the paint. As I say that, Phillips does a spin move to get in, but he's going to be fouled. And that foul is going to be on Michael Daly. Gets called for the infraction, his first foul of the ball game. And Dominic Phillips, the senior 6-foot guard, will have some foul shots. This is a 4-point Bulldogs lead. 5:08 to play here in the third quarter. Phillips' first foul shot. Off the front of the rim and bounces out. Each team has a foul in the quarter. And Phillips misses them both. Rebound goes to McCauley. He'll pass it to Hayes, who brings it up, who actually gives it now to Tucolo. Tucolo goes to his right. He looks to drive in, puts up a mid-range jumper. Can't get the fall. The rebound goes to Daly. And he loses it out of bounds, but it goes off an Indian, so it'll stay Bulldogs basketball. 4:50 to play and a 4-point lead, as both of these teams are battling for position. Tucolo, triple, can't get the fall. Rebound stays with Stefanson. I was saying both these teams, Stefanson puts it up, can't get the fall. Rebound goes to Talone. Both these teams are battling for position in the NE8. South Range leads the way, and the Bulldogs are second. And Girard side were third with Lakeview. Pearson now. Henrik, deep 3. Off the side of the rim, the rebound goes to Tucolo and the Bulldogs. As they go back across. Look at the court. Tucolo puts it up, can't get the fall. Rebound put back up and missed by Stefanski, but he's fouled, and he will get 2 shots. And they're going to call it on Dominic Talone, the senior. Second foul on the Indians in the quarter. Jas Stefanson, the senior 6'2" wing, puts up the first foul shot and hits the left side of the rim and bounces out. Tyler Wilson checks in for Girard. Tyler's a junior, stands 6'1". And the shots put up and in by Stefanski, and it makes it a 5-point Bulldogs lead as he goes 1 for 2 from the line. Dominic Talone inbounds it. He gives it to Dominic Phillips, who now passes it to A.J. Pearson. Phillips drives in with the left hand, right hand, off the glass and in. And it's 26-23. We have a 3-point game. The last time these two teams played on December 17th, it was only a 3-point game. It was 59-56 Bulldogs. Girard's trying to split the series. Shot put up and missed by McCauley. The ball went out of bounds. And it looks like it's going to go to the Indians. Alan Escardona comes in for Girard. So Pearson will inbound it as the ball does stay with the Indians. The possession arrow faces the Indians if that will become a factor. 3.5 to go here in the third quarter. Dominic Pearson, spin move, drives in. Oh, it's rejected by Hayes. And here comes the Bulldogs. As the Tully's in the game now. Now he gives it to Tucolo. Tucolo drives in. Passes inside. Ball's on the ground. Out of bounds off the Bulldogs. And it's Indians basketball. It went up Jacob Hayes. Phillips brings it up for the Indians. Phillips now. Bounce pass inside to Pearson. Pearson muscles his way up. Can't get it to fall, but he is fouled. He will take a trip to the foul stripe. Carmine Tucolo's called for the foul, his second. And now A.J. Pearson, the freshman who stands 6'1", is at the foul stripe. First foul shot. Up and good. It's a 2-point ball game. Brady Kendall checks back in for the Bulldogs. And Jazz Stefanson checks back in for the ball. And Pearson makes them both, and we have a 1-point ball game. 26-25. Tucolo brings it up for the Bulldogs. 2:52 to go. Ball's going to be loose, but picked up by the Bulldogs. And now it's stolen by Pearson. But no, it's finally corralled by Anthony Del Lumo, who's in the game now for the Bulldogs. Drive in, put up off the side of the rim. That ball was missed by Nick Tolley. And here comes Phillips and the Indians. 2.5 to play. Phillips drives in, spin move. Swinging around now, pick set. Pearson drives in, lays it up and in. Oh, he missed it. And now we're going to go back the Bulldogs' way. That would have gave the Indians the lead. Tucolo now, he goes to his right. Sets the offense from about the right wing. Now he goes towards the logo. He gives it to Del Lumo. Back to Natoli. Stefanson back to Natoli, who drives it back to Stefanson. Inside, underneath. Put up and in, but it's not going to count as we have a whistle as Brady Kendall was fouled. It was on Tyler Wilson, his first for the Indians. That's their third in the quarter. And Dominic Talone checks back in for the Indians. He will give Cam Henrick a breather. Nick Tolley throws it out to Tucolo. 1:46 to play. 1-point game. Tucolo over to Tolley. Nick Tolley looks to drive in, puts it up. He's fouled, and he's going to go to the foul line. Alan Escardona, the junior, gets called for the infraction, his second foul of the game. And now Nick Tolley is at the foul line. He's 5'10", sophomore guard. He can't get the first to fall. Hayes checks back in. McCauley checks back in. And the second one's made, and we are tied at 26. And Coach Eric Fender calls a timeout. It's 20 the scoreboard says 27-25, but it should be 26 all. You are watching ysnlive.com. All right, we're back here at Girard High School. The score is 27-25 Bulldogs, so there was an error on the scoreboard, so we are now back to a 2-point lead. Dominic Phillips drives in, puts it up. No, out. He gives it to Talone. Talone gives it to Phillips, drives in, puts it up, and he's fouled. Count it, and now we're tied at 27. And Oliver McCauley gets called for his first foul. And Dominic Phillips to the foul line to try to give the Indians the lead. It would be their first lead of the game. First one is up. And the Indians have taken a 28-27 lead on the 3-point play by Dominic Phillips. Here comes Tukalo. He gives it to Stefanskin. 3 put up off the side of the rim by McCauley. Back of the Bulldogs. Shot put up. Missed by Hayes. Rebound goes to Pearson. He's going to go to full length of the court. He'll pass it to Phillips. Phillips from the wing. Now he will throw to the other wing to Rafferty. Now to Phillips. He resets the offense by the logo. Less than a minute to play in the quarter. It's a 1-point lead by the Indians. Phillips drives in, passes it back out to Rafferty. Rafferty now to Pearson. Swinging around. Phillips, good defense here by the Bulldogs. They will not let the Indians get inside the perimeter. 24 seconds of play. The Indians did this at the end of the first to try to get the last shot. 18 seconds now. Pearson up by the logo. He will pass it off to Phillips. And Phillips is fouled with 8.2 seconds to go. It'll be on the floor. That's the 4th foul by the Bulldogs. Jacob Pays is called for the foul, his second. Kim Henrik comes back in for the Indians. He will give Alan Hescardona the breather. So the Indians will inbound it. Dominic Talone will inbound it. He'll give it at the Phillips. 6 seconds to play. Phillips looks to drive in. 3 seconds. Out. Shot Rafferty at the buzzer. And he can't get it to fall. But at the end of 3 quarters, the Indians have their first lead at the end of 8 minutes. It's the Indians 28 and the Bulldogs 27. Stay tuned here to YSN as we have a good one here in the NE8. We will be back. And we are back here to start the 4th quarter here on YSN Live. I'm DK Cotto. It's a 1-point Indians lead as they are looking to quote-unquote pull off the upset. Across the court go the Indians. Herrick drives in, spin move, drives in, muscles it up. Can't get the fall. Rebound goes to Stefanskin. 1-point game. Bulldogs look to retake the lead. Tukalo drives in, puts it up with the right hand, and the Bulldogs retake the lead, 29-28. As Carmine Tukalo gets the deuce to fall. A.J. Pearson now. He'll give it to Herrick, swinging around. Pearson by the wing. He'll drive in. Oh, he's calling for a walk. A.J. Pearson picked up his pivot foot. And now back to the Bulldogs as they look to extend their lead. Tukalo. McCauley drives in. He's fouled as Oliver McCauley as he went to the rim. A.J. Pearson gets called for the infraction, his second. And now Oliver McCauley, the 6'3" forward, will go to the foul line. Puts up the first one. Off the right side of the rim, and it rims out. Tyler Wilson, the junior, checks back in for Girard. As now McCauley will look to tie it at 29. Puts it up, and we are tied at 29 apiece here in Girard as these two teams battle for position in the NE8 as we are on the 24th day of January. To Dominic Pearson, drives in. Phillips, put up and in by Wilson, and it's a 30-30 ball game. So I looked at the scoreboard wrong. We are tied at 30. That was my mistake. My apologize, folks. Inside. Spin move up and fouled is McCauley. Dominic Phillips, the senior, gets called for his first foul, and we are tied at 30. And Oliver McCauley back to the foul line. He'll try to give Poland the lead. Puts up the first one. Gets that one to go, and it's 31-30 Poland. 6:18 to play. McCauley misses the second, and the rebound goes to Pearson and the Indians. Phillips drives in, puts it up, can't get the fall. Rebound goes, we have a jump ball. The possession arrow phases the Bulldogs. Nick Nictoli comes back in for Poland. He'll give it to Tukalo. Tukalo brings it up. 6:02 to play. McCauley drives in. Oh, ball stolen by Henrik, and we have a foul. Jacob Hayes called for his third. That's the first foul on Poland in the third quarter. Pearson inbounds it. He gives it to Henrik. Back to Pearson. 1 point lead for the Bulldogs. Pearson goes, reset the offense up by the logo. Now to Phillips. Phillips over to Henrik. Puts up the three. Oh, he can't get the fall. He gets his own rebound. No, it's on the ground. Picked up by Tukalo, and we have a timeout. We have a timeout by Coach Fender and the Bulldogs. That'll be the second they've used. 3 left for Poland, 4 left for Girard. You are watching YSNLive.com. Welcome back here at the gymnasium here at Girard High School. It's 31 Poland, 30 Girard in this NE8 battle. As we have 5.5 minutes to play here in the ball game. And the Bulldogs inbound it. McCauley going to swing it around now to Nick Tolley. Now to Tukalo. 5:20 to play. Oh, this ball's picked up inside. Hayes gets it to go, and it's 33-30, Jacob Hayes. .505 to play. Phillips brings it around to the right for the Indians. He'll pass it now to Henrik. Oh, spin move, puts it up, and it's up and in. 33-32, 4:44 to go. And we have a 1-point basketball game. Possession arrow favors the Indians if it comes into play. Tukalo over Nick Tolley. And we have a whistle underneath the basket, and we have 2 shots coming for the Bulldogs. A.J. Pearson's called for his third foul, and Jace Stefansson to the foul line to try to extend the Bulldogs' lead. First foul shot, nothing but the net. 2-point lead for the Bulldogs. 4.5 to play here in the ball game. Second one, makes them both, and it's a 3-point lead for Poland. Pearson, Phillips can't handle the pass. He was real close to over and back, but it's stolen by McCauley. Here comes Tuklo and the Bulldogs now. 4:18 to play. Over to Stefanson. Nick Tooley. Back and forth they go. Nick Tooley resets the offense. Pick is set by Hayes. Bounce pass in Hayes. Back to Tuklo. Tuklo finds Natoli. Natoli resets the offense. 3:40 to play. Drives in, lays up the right hand. Can't get the fall. Rebound to McCauley, and he's fouled. Oliver McCauley now will go to the foul line. Nick Rafferty gets called for his second foul. That one's put up and missed by McCauley, so it'll stay a 3-point game. And the second foul shot up and good. So now it's a 4-point Poland lead. And here comes Pearson and the Indians. And we have a timeout taken by Coach Hanson and the Indians. So we have 3:34 to go. It's 36-32 Bulldogs over the Indians. It's a full timeout. You are watching Wisen Live. And we are back here at Girard High School. 4-point lead for the Bulldogs. The Indians have the basketball. Phillips over to Talone. Back to Phillips. 3:20 to play. Swinging around the perimeter. Back to Phillips. Phillips drives in, tries to muzzle his way up. He is fouled. And Oliver McCauley gets called for the infraction. We'll have 2 foul shots, and McCauley. No, Jacob Hayes actually gets called for the foul. That'll be his 4th, so 1 more and his night's done. So Dominic Phillips from the foul line. And he can't get the fall. And the second foul shot now. Can't get that one to fall either. But the rebound goes to the Indians, and Alan Hess-Cardona grabbed it from everyone. So the Indians get a second chance in this possession. 3 minutes to play. They're down by 4. Oh, and the ball stolen by Tukolo. Drives up and in. He's fouled. And count it. And it's going to be 38-32 as Carmine Tukolo gets the steal to the bucket, and he's fouled. And Rafferty's called for his 3rd foul. Tukolo looks to complete the 3-point play. And on any more fouls by the Indians, and it's foul shots for the Bulldogs here on out. Tukolo completes the 3-point play, and it's 39-32. Here comes Pearson. Girard's got 2:50 to play. Pearson puts it up, spin move, can't get the fall. Rebound goes to the Bulldogs and Nick Tooley. And he saves that. He's basically just toying with Pearson there. Nick Tooley drives up. Excuse me, that was Tukolo. Missed, rebound. Goes to Kendall, ball's on the ground. We have a timeout taken by the Bulldogs. And it means we will take a break. All right, folks, we are back here on YSNLive.com. I'm DK Kotzel as we have a 39-32 lead in the favor of the Poland Bulldogs over the hometown Girard Indians. Inbound pass to Stefanson. He'll give it over to Tooley, who goes to the right. He looks to go to the left now. He passes it to Tukolo. Back to Natoli. Drives in, up with the right hand. And the putback by Stefanski goes, and it's 41-32. And the Bulldogs are up by 9. 2 minutes to play. It's been all Bulldogs in this second quarter. 3 put up by Rafferty. Can't get the fall. Rebound goes to Kendall. And Tucolo brings it up. He'll pass it to Natoli. And the ball's stolen by Rafferty. Rafferty over to the corner to Pearson. Pearson drives in now. And he stepped on the baseline. Back to the Bulldogs. A.J. Pearson trying to go underneath the basket. Stepped on the baseline and back to Poland. Oliver McCauley. He passes it into Natoli. The Indians are going full court press, but Natoli goes right past everyone. He was triple teamed to Hayes. He gives it to Tucolo, and Tucolo's fouled by Allen as Cardona over by the Poland bench. The Poland bench. That's his 3rd foul. And Carmine Tucolo will go to the foul stripe. He will look to try to make the lead double digits for the Bulldogs. He puts up his first foul shot. Gets it to go. And the Bulldogs lead by 10. Remember, at the end of the third quarter, it was 28-27 Girard. And now it's 42. So 15 points for the Bulldogs in this fourth quarter. And the putback is up and made by Stefanski in his second putback in as many possessions. And to Rafferty. Rafferty over to Henrik, who's back in the ball game. Back to Rafferty. Rafferty, 3 from the wing. Can't get the fall. Rebound goes to McCauley, and here comes the Bulldogs. And we have 1:01 to go as Natoli is fouled. As Poland is going to try to put it away as they are now up by 12. Natoli, the 5'10" sophomore guard, puts it up. And he gets the first one to fall, and it's now a 13-point game. And Poland is all but wrapped this one up. And they will move to 9-4. And Girard is going to fall to 500. And he knocks down them both. It's now a 14-point game. Less than a minute to play now. Deep 3 put up. Off the back of the rim, and it hit the basket. So it'll go back to Poland. And we have a timeout taken by Girard. And we are back here at Girard High School as the Poland Bulldogs lead 46-32 as they look to sweep the Indians. As McCauley inbounds, he gives it to Tucolo. It goes out of bounds. It went off the hands of A.J. Pearson, so it'll stay with Poland. 51.8 seconds to play. And we have a foul immediately on the inbound pass. There we go. So we had a foul on Pearson. That's his 4th. One more and he's done. But Carmine Tucolo goes to the foul stripe to try to wrap this game up. It's 46-32. Tucolo gets that one to bounce in off the rim. 47-32. And Joey Algiers will come in. And Nick Rafferty's going to come back in. Joey is a sophomore who's 5'11" guard, so it's 48-32. And Talone inbounds it. He gives it to Rafferty. 47 seconds. He goes through the Poland defense, right to the basket, off from the elbow. Can't get the fall, and the rebound goes to Del Lumo. And Tucolo now. He'll pass it over to Natoli. And we're going to have a whistle on Joey Algiers. his first, and that'll send Nick Nictoli to the line. And in the fourth quarter, it kind of got away from the Indians as it was 12-9 at the end of one in favor of the Bulldogs. First shot here by Nick Toley's missed. And at halftime, it was 23-19 Poland. But then the Indians battled their way back to take the lead at the end of the quarter as Nick Toley can't get this one to fall. We got a bunch of substitutions now for the Bulldogs. And there's some unrostered players that I don't have, so we'll just got to go by their number. No, I don't want to. A.J. Lisco's in the game. That one's put up and fouled for Cam Herrick. And the foul was committed by number 35. I do not have his name on my roster, so Henrik's first foul shots, and he can't get the friendly bounce. 21.4 to go. And Cam is a junior, 6'4", 6-foot guard. And the second foul shot. He missed them both, and the rebound goes to 35. And we have a whistle as Joey Algiers checks back in. And now Nate Seen, the 6'2" sophomore wing, checks in the game. He hands it off to A.J. Lisco. 13 seconds to play, and looks like the Bulldogs are just going to run it out. They pass it back and forth between the younger players are in the game. And back and forth we go, and Poland wins this NEA battle here on the road, 48-32, and they're going to improve to 9-4 and 6-1 in NEA play. Girard's going to fall to 7-7 and 3-4 in NEA play. Coming up next for these teams, Poland will go home and play Tuesday. They will play the Niles McKinley Red Dragons at the Fieldhouse in Poland. And the Girard Indians will play Tuesday as well against the Salem Quakers right here in Girard at 7 p.m. So folks, that'll wrap it up here in Girard. The Bulldogs win 48-32. I'm DK Kotzel. Thank you for watching WiseNLive.com.